Hi friends, hi again. So today I'd like to share with you an experience of one of my clients who had worked with me in the years past, and then she just messaged me. She messaged me a very, very cryptic message. Today was the burial, and I didn't know what she was referring to, so I just texted her back, question mark. Then I wrote this testimonial. Today I finally had a phone call from this client who further texted me, "Hi Dayu, yesterday we laid to rest the ashes of a longtime friend who died recently. I will call her for the purpose of this testimonial, Rita. She was very distraught and she wrote this. It hurts that I was judgmental, not always loving, patient towards him, and I made so many mistakes. I asked if she had time to speak on the phone, and she called me. I sent her the chart for emotion codes. It's a chart of negative emotions pertaining to different meridians that we have in our body. And we discovered the first emotion that needed to be healed was panic, not surprisingly, and that the emotion SUDs are the subjective units of distress. It's how distressed you are about the situation. And her SUDs were at a 10 out of 10, so maximum intensity. And then we tested to see if it was ancestral or if it was hers. And it turned out it was ancestral, and it was actually her mother's emotion, not her own emotion. You see, when emotions are not healed in one generation, they will show up in the DNA, in the memory banks of future generations. So they will re-experience them, and when it becomes uncomfortable, they will clear them, hopefully. And when we clear them for ourselves, we're actually clearing it for future generations too. So it was her mom's panic, and then we tested to see how old she was when she first experienced her mom's panic. And she was only 1 month and 1 week old in the womb. 1 month and 1 week in the womb, you're a fetus. You haven't even developed your body in the womb. So what is the reaction capability of a 1 month, 1 week old in the womb? It's very limited. So it kind of overtook her whole being. And so we cleared with emotion codes. So I'll continue reading. There is a technique called emotion codes where it's possible to clear away programming from our ancestors that is lodged in our DNA and our memories. It shows up when we are triggered by the same emotion in the context of our own life. Luckily, through Applied Kinesiology, which is called muscle response testing, it's also possible to find out when this was first experienced. It's called the age capacity testing, and if it's ours or an ancestor's. So I had her find a magnet, and using the magnet, we used the emotion codes method. We cleared it out of the governing spine meridian. You'll learn more about that in the workshop. And it was actually taking much longer than expected because her magnet was not very large. So I said, "Do you have a larger magnet?" And she didn't. So I said, "Okay, I'll use my magnet, and you imagine you're using a larger magnet." So when you do this, you're descrambling the emotion from that meridian. You're actually cleaning up a meridian. You're sweeping out the negative energy from that meridian. And she imagined that she was using the bigger one, and I used the bigger one at my end to support her by proxy, and we cleared it out. And then I explained to her how these negative emotions lodge kind of as an armor around our heart, and we can remove them. And then I asked her, "Do you want me to check to see how big your heart wall is?" And her heart wall was 50 feet. And she's given me permission to share this in a testimonial. She was so happy to hear that there was a solution to her problem. And she wants to do what it takes to clear her heart wall. She wrote back after the session, "Dayu, I feel happy after our session. Negative thoughts are not popping up about the things I did not do that would have supported him." So she was feeling all this guilt before and feeling all this self-judgment, and that went away. Just by clearing one emotion, panic. We didn't even do any further work. I was with him when he passed in the hospital and asked him for forgiveness for the things I did that caused feelings of disappointment, irritation, and anger. So Rita has made a good start and will go far as her heart wall is cleared bit by bit, week after week, till she comes to a zero heart wall and experiences the magic of that inner peaceful place. I look forward to her testimonials of how her friendships and her relationships with both herself and others will change as she clears her heart wall down to zero. Now, folks, this was a free session. I do 15 minutes with my clients and new people as well, just to explain to them what this is and to test how big their heart wall is and maybe start clearing one or two of the emotions, and answer any questions that they have. So if you're interested in participating in this workshop, you will be eligible to this complimentary session with me, and you will be able to one-on-one with me find out how big your heart wall is, and then you can make plans to work towards clearing it. And in the workshop, we will start clearing the heart wall. I'll show you. It's a very practical workshop. You'll get to start clearing your heart wall. And if you keep coming every month, we're having regular workshops every month. Please check the dates. You'll be able to clear it more and more and more. And I had one client who I worked with who did a free session with me. And then when I did a workshop, she was the demo because she knew how good she felt when she did it the first time. And she immediately volunteered. And, so as you continue doing this work, you'll gradually bring it down. And the goal is to bring it down to zero and experience what that feels like. So I hope that was a helpful testimonial for you to understand more about this work. And I look forward to seeing you in the workshop or in a private session, whatever works out best for you. Thank you.